Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Key Comics Market Watch. I am your host for the video, BrayanArango. Happy to have y'all back. Um, Today's the new comic book haul Wednesday. Once again, every Wednesday, new comic book haul. And this week, I only managed to spend, which is still over my budget. But there were definitely a lot of books that came out. In fact, in one of the books I got is actually a book that's been out for a while that I missed out on, and I saw that they had one, so I was just like, okay, let me grab it now before I'll never be able to get it again for cover price. So definitely, I'm happy with what I got. There's really not no key issues, like no first appearances really came out this week. Um, eh, it was a slow week, I would say that. But I'm glad. I'm very happy about that. Uh, so with so let's before we get started, as always, thank you for not skipping the skippable ads. If you're new to my channel, the reason why I asked you not to skip the skippable ads is because when you skip the ads, I don't get the ad revenue. And since I'm such a small channel, every ad counts. And if you do want to skip the ads but still support, you can always go to the Cash App, and you can always go to my handle right here and donate whatever you want to donate. Definitely will help out any little bit. It could be $1, $5, $10, whatever you want to donate is cool with me. I've had 3 people so far donate, and I have to say thank you to Tiffany Green for donating $15. Thank you very much. So she's the third person to donate. Thanks again, Tiffany Green. The $15 will go to more comics, definitely. So thank you very much. And like I said, if you want to donate, you know, and if you don't want me to say your name, let me know after you hit me in the email after you donated. Let me know that you don't want me to say your name. But if you don't tell me, I'm gonna say your name and give you the shout out for donating. So thank you, everyone. And if you've never used Cash App before, use this also for the promo code, and you automatically get $5 when you download the app. So download the app on any phone, iPhone, Samsung, whatever. It has and it's better than PayPal. Trust and believe. Try it, and you'll see for yourself. All right. So never had no problems with it. So it's just as safe. Never had no money taken from me or nothing like that. Nothing crazy. Cause you hear horror stories, and I never had a problem. So you hear horror stories of when new apps come out of stuff going wrong, but the Cash App has been out for years. So definitely it's a safe app to exchange money. So thank you, everyone. All right, so let's get on with this haul, you guys. So uh, the first book I got was the Magnificent Miss Marvel annual #1, the variant edition, and this is the Acts of Evil. And I have to say, this cover right here, man, when I saw the cover, I was just like, that's an amazing cover. #1, I love every character that's on this cover. I mean, you got Super Scroll just looking awesome, and I've been like a Super Scroll alive ever since Annihilation Super Scroll limited series came out with the Annihilation whole thing going on, and he had his own 4-issue series, and he was awesome in it. And those covers by Delato were amazing. So and then of course Annihilus, like I say all the time, I hope they do Annihilation in the MCU. Like I hope they do that storyline, because it made me appreciate Annihilus even more when Annihilation, the whole series came out. Because Annihilus had, before that, I didn't really take him as a serious threat, but after that I realized he is a serious threat, like to all of the MC, the whole Marvel universe. You know what I'm saying? So the 616 universe, and then of course you got one of my favorite Tyrax, Galactus Herald, of course. I like all the Heralds from Galactus because he's my favorite character. And then you got the Wizard. It'll be interesting to see the Wizard in the MCU. I will say that, especially if they use his costume, that old costume. I would say that would be very interesting. Of course, you got Mole Man with all his little minions, and then of course you got Psycho Man right there. Psycho Man, it'll be interesting to have him in the MCU too. He's a very odd character, I would say that. So it'll be great so I grabbed this for a cover grab. I don't know if there's any importance to this book. That cover just spoke to me, so I had to grab it. Then this is the book I was talking about that I missed out on, was Conan the Barbarian #1. Jason Aaron writing. Definitely missed out when it came out. I wasn't tripping off of it, but it's been a while now, and I've heard none but great things about this series. So I'm just like, well, let me at least grab issue 1 before it's completely gone, because it's nowhere else. All the other LCSs, I can't find it. Only at Third Eye Comics, they still have it. So I was like, okay, and it's still in near mint perfect condition. I was like, let me just grab it before it's gone. So I'm happy they still had it. All right. Then I got Space Bandits #1, new book from Image. I don't know what it's about, but it's an issue 1. I'm a grab, and they had like 5 different variants. I wasn't feeling none of them. I just like the original cover, and I like this black and white, which is the same thing as the original cover, is just some black and white. So I grabbed me one of the black and whites, and I'm happy with that. So I can't wait to read this and see if it's any good. Now this one had, this is the variant cover to this. It's called Sea of Stars, and it's issue #1 from Image also. New series. I decided on going, I will say this, I like the regular, and I like the variant, but I equally like them about the same, but when it came down to it, when I saw how many they had of the regular compared to the variant, I was like, well, it's definitely less copies of the variant, so let me grab the variant. If this book ever shoots up in value, the variant is the one that's going to go for more than the regular 9 times out of 10. Every blue moon you'll get it where the original one instead of the variant is higher, and I don't understand. It must be because of the cover, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of crazy sometimes where you see a variant go for way more than the regular, but then sometimes you see the regular go way more than the variant, and it confuses the hell out of me sometimes. I'm just like, well, what's the determining factor? Is it the cover? Is that what it is? Because basically both issues are whatever importance it is, like the first appearance or whatever it is. I'll give you a prime example. Naomi #1. For some reason, Naomi #1, the regular cover, goes for a little bit more than the variant #1, and that kind of surprised me because I know they printed way more of the regular than they did the variant, and I'm like, why is the variant going for more than the regular? But it doesn't make sense. It's about I would say it's about a $10 to $20 difference between the regular and the variant. And like I said, I figured the variant would be more because it's less copies of that than it is of the regular. But I don't know. It's confusing. Sometimes the comic book world does what it wants to do, not what makes sense. So, yeah. Just like with cameos and first appearances, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Sometimes a cameo book will go for more than the full first appearance, but then sometimes the first full appearance goes for more than the cameo, which, like I said, it just doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna give you a prime example. Of course, Hulk 180 and 181. You have the 181 is the full, 180 is the cameo. The full is the one that goes for a lot of money. Now we're gonna flip it the other way, okay? All right, now we have let me think. I just had the book in my head too, where the cameo goes for more than the first full appearance. What was it? Oh, X-Men 120, which is the cameo appearance of Alpha Flight, and then you have 121, which is the first full appearance, and 120 goes for more than 121. So it doesn't make sense to me. I'm just like, what is going on? Like, why does that happen? Like, and then for the life of me, okay, with Hulk 180 and 181, of course, he's on the front cover of 181. He's on the front and he's throughout the whole book. Okay, I get that. Now with the X-Men 120 and 121, the cameo appearance go for more, even though they're on the cover, but they're like in shadow. You can only see the shadow of the form of them, and they're only on that last page of the book. But then on the full first appearance, which goes for less of 121, they're on the front cover completely. You see them, and then they're in the whole book. So why is that, you guys? If you guys know, let me know. Like, it doesn't make sense. It's crazy to me. You know, if it's gonna be one thing, let it be one thing. If it's gonna be another, let it be another. I mean, if the cameo is gonna go for more than the first full, then let it be that way. Or if the first full goes for more than the cameo, let it be that. Oh, another one that shocks me: first appearance of Bishop. His cameo appearance, his that issue, he's on the front cover and he's on the last page. But then on the next issue, he's on the front cover also in the whole book. But for some reason, the cameo one goes for way more than the first full appearance. Doesn't make sense, you guys. Another prime example. Let me see. I could go on. I mean, I could like keep going on, but it just doesn't make sense to me. But I'm gonna stop rambling. If you guys understand why that is, please explain it to me because it doesn't make sense to me. Like for real. All right, so let's go on to the next book. So we got what is it? Ario. I might be saying the name wrong, but it's the Art Germ variant cover. I had to get it. It just looked amazing. Art Germ kills every time, especially with the women. So I had to get two of them. I ain't go crazy. Just two of them. I was like, two is enough. They had so many there. It was crazy how many they had. They had the other variants. I think it was a 1 in 25 and a 1 in 50. But I wasn't trying to pay. And they didn't look that amazing to me to be paying that type of money. But I will say this book is of importance because even though it's not her first appearance, this is her first solo book. I don't know if it's going to be a limited series or whatever it is, but it doesn't matter. It's her first solo book. So that's the importance of this book. And if you know anything about first solo books, they do go for money, especially issue number 1. So definitely go get that just to have it in your collection. All right, now this is strictly a cover grab. I had to get it. It was the only one there, and I was like, oh, it's the only one, and I'm digging this cover. And I actually grew up during the time that both of these shows were on TV and they were popular. And to see them, it says verses, I was like, oh, I definitely gotta read it. So I had to grab it. So it's issue number 1. I think this is actually the variant. So this is Charlie's Angels versus the Bionic Woman. And I remember they had the Bionic Man also. I remember I used to see that TV show. But yeah, definitely like the cover. Gotta say that I'm digging it. Now I'm gonna say this. I saw the Charlie's Angel trailer to the new movie that's coming out. And I have to say I'm not looking forward to it. It does not look like it's gonna be any good. Like I'm like, you know, they I don't know what they thinking. It just doesn't look good at all. It looked like it's gonna bomb. So definitely not looking forward to that. But definitely I'm digging this cover. I don't know who did this cover, but I'm digging it. I can't wait to read this and see if it's any good. Alrighty. Then I had to get the Immortal Hulk number 20, but I only got it because of the Carnage blood thing, whatever it is. And I only grabbed one this time. They actually had at least 10 copies of it, but they had probably like 50 copies of just the regular without it. So I think it's a 1 in 5 ratio, to tell you, or 1 in 10 ratio. Yeah, it's probably a 1 in 10 ratio. No, 1 in 5. I would say a 1 in 5 ratio. It's not a 1 in 1. It's I just, like I said, I still don't see it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a 1 in 5, but definitely had to get in. Plus, it's an awesome Alex Ross cover. But I wasn't gonna get it at first because when I saw this one, the variant, Carnage eyes variants, yeah, Carnage eyes variants. I was just like, oh, I'm getting that. You know what I'm saying? Like I just instantly wanted this one, and in fact, I was gonna get 2 copies of this one, but then I saw that this one right here had the stuff, so I was like, well, I'll just get one of the variant, one of the regular, with the stuff on it. So that's what I decided to do, and can't wait to read this and see what's going on. But I'm digging. Out of all of them, I'm digging this one the most. Out of all the Carnage eyes ones so far. All right. And then we got Savage Avengers #3, the variant, the Carnage eyes variant also. Like I said, I like the Incredible Hulk more than this one, but I do like this one, and I can't wait to read this because this supposedly Conan on the regular cover has a sword with the Venom stuff on it, so can't wait to see what's going on with that. And I definitely missed out on issue #2, so I don't know what happened to issue #2. I had issue #1, and I can't. I'm gonna read this. Hopefully, I didn't miss too much from issue #2. All right, then we got Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, the variant also. And like I said, out of all of them, out of all 3 of them, I definitely gotta give it to the Immortal Hulk one. I like that one the best. I'm digging that one. And then I would say I like that one second, and this one third. But they also had the X-Men one, Candy X-Men, which I wasn't digging that one at all. I didn't like that cover at all. And I also flipped through that book to see what was going on with the X-Men, and it looks kind of crazy what's going on with the X-Men. I don't know. That last page got me. Spoilers, by the way. I'm gonna talk about this X-Men book. Spoilers. If you don't want to know, go like a minute ahead. But at the end of the book, Emma Frost is back at the Hellfire Club, and you see her with Mr. Sinister and what's it looked like what's the dude that was in charge of the Acolytes when they were with Magneto? I forgot his name, and it was someone else. I was just like, oh man, what the hell? But yeah, I was just like, what the hell is going on? But it just, I don't know. Candy X-Men, I didn't jump on board. I just, I don't know. I've lost my love for the X-Men because of the movies and because of the comics. They took them in such a crazy direction that I just wasn't. I'm just not with it anymore. I mean, especially when they made Scott a bad guy. Like basically, he was the bad guy, and I just like okay. And then when they did the whole X-Men versus Avengers, it just left a nasty taste in my mouth, and I just didn't. You know, I felt like Marvel was trying to destroy them and make them just not a good book, and they succeeded. Like, because I just haven't enjoyed none of that stuff. I've just avoided X-Men completely as far as reading. But hopefully, you know, they do some where they can get me back on board because, like I said, I haven't enjoyed them in a long time. I can honestly say the last good thing I remember is Age of Apocalypse. That was one of the best storylines they did. I love that storyline. And before that, of course, the Chris Claremont, John Byrne run, all that was amazing. And even after that, you know, up until issue 300, it was good. And after that, like the Jim Lee run was good. But after that, after issue 300, I really was not enjoying X-Men at all. It just seemed like they didn't know what to do with them. I don't know, but maybe it's just me, guys. But anyways, let's get back on to the... I hate when I get away from subjects when I'm trying to show my heart. I apologize, you guys. Alright, so definitely had to get this one. I've actually read this. It's supposedly... a lot of people are speculating something about her powers, but from what I've read the book so far, ain't nothing in there to really even, you know, it's nothing. There's no key, no nothing. It's nothing to it. You'll see when you read it. All right, then I got the Green Lantern #9. Had to get the variant cover because that variant cover looks awesome. Man, I love them lions, man. And I'm a cat person, so I love anything cats, you know what I'm saying? You know, lions are the king of the jungle, the king of everything, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the animals. So, yeah, I'm digging this jump. I'm digging it. It's nice. So got that for the cover grab, and this, if I remember correctly, I think it is a first appearance in here. I just don't remember who it is. So get that definitely. Then of course, I'm not a big Walking Dead fan, but I know I need to get these books because they're hot. You know what I'm saying? And it's, I mean, they're hot. So I got the Walking Dead, the Aftermath, the 192, the homage cover. I got that because that was flying off the shelves. I was just like, man, everyone was getting it, and they didn't. I was just like, okay, I already know this is gonna be a book that in the future is still gonna go for some good money. So I grabbed one copy, but I definitely had to grab two copies of 193 because I know this is the last issue and there is a first appearance in it. And as you know, and I know, and I always stress, last issues are always the lowest printed out of the whole run. So I got me two of them. I would have got more, and the cover price was only $3.99. That's another thing. For it to be as thick as it is and being a last issue, for them to keep it at $3.99 was really cool. But they at Third Eye Comics, they was only doing a limit of you can only grab two copy limit. So everyone could get one, I guess. So yeah, I wanted to grab more, especially at $3.99, and I know right now they're actually going for $20 to $25. People are selling them on eBay right now. So this is a hot book. I'm pretty sure a lot of other LCS didn't get but so many copies. Like I said, the last issue is always a lower print, and you know, happy to get it. And that was it, you guys. That was my haul. So I did alright, you guys. For $65. Not bad, not bad. So once again, thank you everyone for joining me. And there goes my little princess right there.
Now, guys, make sure you subscribe to her.
Yes. Subscribe to her channel, Kazaya's Fun Time. And then definitely, if you're not subscribed to my channel, hit the Galactus head right here. And then if you want to see two good old videos, hit them right here, okay, you guys? And make sure you hit the bell. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. And if you didn't, I'm sorry. You know, I can't please everyone.
If you enjoyed this video, say hashtag Kazaya always eats food in Daddy's videos. And if you didn't enjoy the video, just do nothing.
Okay, you guys? You hear that? All right, thank you to all my fellow comic book guys and gals. Definitely be on the lookout for them keys. They're out there. Go on the hunt and have fun hunting. And until next time, everyone, we will see you later. Peace.